I was involved with the design of the academy at Blackburn, and I've been and looked at a lot of training facilities around the world, and they came to me and said that they were interested in changing the facilities because the facilities that we had before weren't really sufficient. I think they'd overgrown them, and they were quite small. I mean, the physio bed, we only had 4 beds in the physio room, and we had a small area that we could work through. So they needed an academy under the academy guidelines with an indoor pitch, and I suggested to them that it'd be worthwhile in the long term to put a structure in place for a building that would stand here for the next 20 years and be able to be sufficient and compete with the best training facilities in football in the world. Yeah, this is the indoor facility which we needed for academy status. The academy's philosophy is that you need an indoor pitch, but you needed to have it put in place by a certain time. It's mainly used by the kids in the evening, so the young guys right through from under 7 right through to under 16s will come in here, and obviously with the climate we've got in the UK, it's got heating here. So basically the kids won't be freezing, they can concentrate on their techniques and their football skills, and without being getting soaked and having all the conditions. Yeah, this is the bioscience room. We basically use this for testing, and what we do is we're trying to bring science and the new ideas of medicine and bring them into the forefront here. And put into place examinations of players. We tend to use this quite a lot when we sign players, and also when we're doing our preventative screens. And it's also used in the evening for the academy physios and for their musculoskeletal evaluations, where we look at their growth rates, their weight, and see whether or not we can actually predict if someone's going to be an athletic build to be a professional footballer. Yeah, this is the gym. Certain machines that we had developed for the gym itself. Certain machines we've had designed specifically for us for rehabilitation, and it's got pretty much everything that you probably want for rehabilitation and strength of the players. They have their own individual strength programs which they do with Dean Riddle, our fitness coach, and we use this for the players when they're injured. We have a big philosophy about working them harder when they're injured. So if they are in our treatment room, then we know that they're injured. This is first team dressing room. Basically what you have is the way that the building was designed was I wanted the first team dressing room very near the physio room, and basically we put it right on the gym floor. So they come out of here into the gym and they just need to go up the spiral staircase to the first team physio room. Well, one door leads to the gym, the other door, this door here, leads into what we call semi-wet area, and then from the semi-wet area goes into the wet. And the idea is that they basically come in here, put their trunks on, go through into the wet, jacuzzi, into the pool, come back into here, become dry, go back into the gym or up into the physio room. So this is the wet area, and what we have is a couple of different areas that we use. Some are for recuperation and relaxation, and some of them are for treatment purposes. And what you have here was there was a space that I was able to use, and I sat down with the architects and we come up with this design. And what we have is basically this section here is really used for treatment. This is a 90-degree pool, so we can use it like what we call in physio hydrotherapy pool, and we can use it for that. And what we have here is an air bed with massage jets which massage the back and the hamstrings. In the middle here we have a foot plate which basically massages their feet, and also they can do balance work if they've had problems with their ankles. And in the corner we have a slope with 2 jets on either side of the wall, which they can massage their calf or stretch their calf. So people with Achilles or calf problems, which we do get a lot of, can work in this area. And as well as that, it's deep enough up to shoulder height, basically for them to stretch in heat. And then this area here is basically just their own personal massage jacuzzi area where they can come after training and just recuperate. And we've got swan neck jets as well if they want to have a massage on the back of the neck. So, you know, there's no excuse, and what we found is the same as what Arsenal and some of the other top clubs have found, is that with these facilities, players are starting to stay here more, and you know, we're encouraging them to stay here all day and use the facilities and use the massage as an injury prevention, because the way that things have moved on over the last few years, things are changing, and prevention is definitely the key. So basically, as you see, the wet area then comes into the pool, and this is a specifically designed pool. What I basically wanted was a pool that we could use for rehabilitation, as well as using it for deep water work, so we can incorporate their rehab and their fitness at the same time. And this pool does it. And what you basically have is you have a 20-metre length pool by 15, and 5 metres of this is a set of 4-foot depth. And then there's a straight drop where you see the red band, and it goes down to 8-foot depth. And what we do is we do all our swimming on that section and all our deep water aqua jogging. As well as that, recuperation's done in here with Dean, the fitness coach, where he basically gets them stretching off and using the water as a medium for recuperation, and it's fantastic. And it's used every single day. And we've got the water polo nets up, and we even occasionally whack their backsides at water polo staff versus players. Okay, this is rehabilitation, and this is on the first floor now. And basically what we do is there's a door at this end and a door at this end that basically communicates between the two physio rooms, the academy physio room and the first team physio room. We use this for doing all our rehabilitation and also our what we call prehab work, which is basically the stuff that the lads have to do that are fit. People who've got susceptible ankles, people who've it's susceptible areas. For instance, Dominic Matteo this season has done brilliantly, but he's been going through a whole series of stuff with us, and it's shown because he's obviously been a lot less in our treatment room and he's been more out in the park. So we basically look at weaknesses or previous history, and then we basically give them programs and they come in here before they go training. It's taken about 3 years to get this moulding. It had been a struggle at times with some of the older players and being set in their ways. But the new generation coming through, you're finding that they're in after training as well. And it's good, it's working on areas of weakness and trying to prevent injuries. Unfortunately, I wish I could prevent them all, but unfortunately I can't, being a contact game. But this has been fantastic for us. We do things like play basketball with